Hello, and welcome back to the Barca Hub. And it is the tactical preview time for the match between Barcelona and Villarreal. This is going to be a long video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the tactical analysis. Let us look at how Emery's team start their build-up play. During the build-up from the back, they create 1-2-4 with Esenho, the goalkeeper, being deep and the centre backs moving a bit wider, with both the full-backs pushing forward and both the central midfielders dropping a bit deep. Now, because of this much gap between the players, the opponent team presses very high to occupy the spaces and recover the ball. But as soon as the opponent comes forward, they automatically lose their shape, and that is where Parejo comes in. Parejo drops very deep to occupy the space, and in the leftover space, Gomez goes. That means Gomez moves to the left hand side to provide the team width. Another player that is crucial is Moreno, who is free to interpret the available space. Moreno is free because the other attacker, Paco Alcacer, is pinning the two centre backs and is pushing them. When Moreno drops deep, Chukwueze attacks the right wing with his staggering pace. And he is delivered by Parejo with through balls or by Moreno himself. So this was a little short preview of how can Villarreal play. So basically what they do is when they start their build up, they like to play the game a bit slowly. They first wait for the opponent to press so that they can occupy those spaces, and the key member for them are Parejo, Moreno and Paco Alcacer, and also Chukwueze. Chukwueze is very important because he can attack those wings very fast. Now the question is, how could Barcelona avoid their movement and rotations? The answer is the midfield. Our midfield is very important. If our midfield is very strong, they won't be able to make those movements, and the key part to stop this would be none other than Frenkie de Jong. Frankie's position is very crucial because Koeman already told that our team is going to press very high and we are going to play a high football. Now the problem with that is if Frenkie de Jong is very high up the pitch, then Moreno will again do the same thing and he will occupy the spaces, and hence leaving Jordi Alba no choice but to cover him. So therefore De Jong needs to be very aware so he doesn't let Moreno occupy the spaces, because once he does, then Chukwueze will try to attack from the right flank because Jordi Alba is nowhere to be seen because Moreno already pulled him. Our defensive line should be very fast and very reactive because they have speed. They will attack from the flanks, and therefore we need to be very aware because as I already told you that Koeman will be playing a very high line. So with all the advantages, consequences are also there. We have already seen that if someone makes a run, then we are not able to stop him because we don't have pace on the defensive side. Therefore, we need to be very aware. What I think should be the best is that PK or Longley, most probably Longley, stays a little deeper in our own half, because if there is any counter attack or any attack from the flanks, then Longley would be able to stop them because he is already in the backside. Now let us see what can be expected from Barcelona while having the ball, reviewing the previous two friendly games or three friendly games. During the build-up, Neto starts the play and he will pass the ball to PK or Longley. Both would be a bit wider, and both the fullbacks Jordi Alba and Sergi Roberto would be pushing a bit high. Jordi Alba would be much higher as he is more likely to connect with Messi. He can also give some dangerous crosses into the box. After that, we can see that Frenkie de Jong and Pjanic or Busquets dropping a bit deep to receive the ball. After receiving the ball, the defensive midfielders Frankie de Jong and Pjanic or Busquets would now like to attract the opponent. And as we know that Villarreal are an attacking side, they will press high when they don't have the ball. And in that pressing they will create some spaces. And those spaces would be occupied by Coutinho and Messi. Messi can fill in when Coutinho drops deep to take the ball. So what will happen is Coutinho would drop deep and he will pull a midfielder or a defensive midfielder with him. And then the space is created. And in that space will be Messi. It would be just before the box. And from that box, Messi is very, very dangerous. So there are 2 to 3 possibilities that how could Messi play. Number one, he can give crosses or not crosses, he can give through balls and long balls to Jordi Alba, because as soon as Messi will receive the ball, Jordi Alba will make a staggering run from the left flank, as we saw in the game against Girona. That is one possibility. The other possibility is that Messi tries to shoot himself, which can be really, really lethal. The number third possibility is that Messi will connect with Griezmann. He can do 1-2s with Griezmann and then try to break the defense. The third possibility is someone, either Dembele or Trincao in the second half, can go forward from the right flank and Messi can provide them through passes like he did to Trincao in the game versus Girona. There are many players in Barcelona that like to cut inside, and therefore we mostly attack or mostly try to create chances from the middle of the park. Now here comes the interesting question: who will play, Fati or Dembele? Because their positioning could be very, very crucial in this game. They both are out and out wingers, so they can provide us that width. So what we want is that one of those two, whoever plays, should always stay in the flanks. He should maintain width, because if he is able to maintain the width, then we can easily give him balls, because we know that players like Coutinho, Griezmann and Messi will attract all of their defenses. So it would be very interesting to see. Frankie de Jong will also be a very important part in the attacking phase as well. He can provide some good long balls, and if Pjanic plays, then it would be excellent, because Pjanic is very good in providing those long balls. Another thing that would be very interesting is that how would Griezmann play? We all know that he likes to play in the number 10 position, and so do Messi and Coutinho. We saw that in the goal against Girona that Griezmann dropped very, very deep. He passed the ball to Messi, and then Messi gave a beautiful through pass to Trincao. And now that is what I'm saying. It would be very interesting to see how Griezmann plays, whether he plays as an out and out number 9 or he would drop deep. But we'll have to wait to see that. This is going to be a very, very interesting match, because in recent times Villarreal have been excellent, and it is the first official game for Ronald Koeman. So it would be interesting to see how the clash between Koeman and Unai Emery goes. But at last, let's talk about the substitutions that Barcelona can use or should use. What I think is that Riqui Puig should come in the second half after 50 or 60 minutes. Although I want him to start, but we all know that is not going to happen. Now, the another player that must come in is Trincao. He can come in for Fati or Coutinho, because Coutinho plays as an attacking midfielder as a number 10. So in the second half, what we can do is we can replace Coutinho by Trincao. And then Messi occupies the number 10 role and Coutinho goes to the right flank, because I think he can be really, really crucial. He can score some goals, he can provide assists, he's an excellent player. We can also see Araujo and Pedri coming in. We can also see a linear line. Now what do I mean by a linear line? By linear line, I mean is there are many attackers in the opposition half. So we saw that in the friendly games. We had 4 to 5 attackers, and it can be really, really crucial, because if Messi or Coutinho have the ball, or even Frankie de Jong have the ball, the two wingers could go forward, could make a run, could look for a pass, a long pass, a chip pass, whatever. So if we can form a linear line, that would be very, very interesting. So that is it for today, guys. Stay tuned to this channel, subscribe the channel, like the video, share the video, and as always, Visca El Barça. But wait, my prediction for the game is Barcelona 2, Villarreal 1. I don't think it would be an easy game. Villarreal have already played 2 games, and we just have played friendlies. So I think we won't win by a lot of margin. I think 2-1 or at max 3-1 Barca. Visca El Barça. Goodbye.